It's nothing less than paradise. A wilderness the same size as Portugal, inhabited by just 9,000 indigenous people, the Kayapos. Their presence here, the only reason this near-pristine rainforest is still standing, a fact being recognised by the Brazilian government, which just launched the world's largest fund to protect tropical forests, that includes paying indigenous people who successfully protect them. As we drive towards their territory, you can see they're not just up against the relentless destruction of rainforest, but a warming climate too.
You see that hill over there? There we can see it's very, very degraded.
Igor Ferreira has been making this trip for 15 years.
Last year, in 2024, we had a record amount of fires. When you mix this high temperature, you mix the degradation of the forest, you have an explosive situation.
Soon enough, we see smoke from the road. And this is how the Amazon is disappearing, by literally going up in smoke. Because of the changing climate, the dry season's getting longer, temperatures are hotter, and there's less rainfall. And that means when fires start, they burn more of the forest. Last year, there was a record number of fires, almost all of them man-made, undermining much of the progress made by the Brazilian government in slowing the clear-cutting of forests by unscrupulous cattle ranchers and illegal miners. Established rainforest is denser, wetter, and less susceptible to fire. We're travelling 4 hours up a tributary of the Amazon to meet the people, keeping a huge piece of it that way. We're coming up on the Kayapos guard post. This is like indigenous border control to monitor who's coming in and who's going out at their territory and what they're taking with them. The Kayapos once killed incomers to protect their rainforest. Whoa! The weapons are ceremonial now. Instead, they built ties with outside organisations like Igor Ferreira's to provide funding and logistical support for 16 guard posts around their territory and publicise their struggle. The remote village of Kubekrakeng treats us to a traditional Kayapos welcome.
That was absolutely exhausting, but also kind of amazing at the same time. And it's interesting, they say one of the reasons that Kayapos have been so successful in protecting the forests against the pressures of outside and the wider Brazilian economy is because of their strong sense of cultural identity and their kind of unity. You can really kind of see that in evidence here. They're holding on to it, but at the same time, you know, these people are on their mobile phones. They're filming what we're doing. These are people that understand very well indeed how the rest of the world works.
But from the air, you can see the Kayapos aren't totally united. Below us, miles of illegal gold mines have destroyed forest, polluted rivers and provided access for logging. Some are inside Kayapos territory, where a few clans have taken cash in return for allowing gold miners access.
É triste quando a gente ganha dinheiro fácil. É muito triste. Quando o Kubem chega, cava e não vai tampar. Do jeito que vai estar aí, ele vai embora. Porque a riqueza é nossa. Não é do Kubem. É isso.
In a village called Kamokdejam, a Kayapos elder takes us into the forest. So that Kayapos elder is Takak Noitire, and he wanted to bring us here, he said, to walk on this path because it's an ancestral Kayapos path, and he says it's one that no minister or president has ever walked down, and he wants them to know what it's like to walk the path of the Kayapos. Once we've managed to catch up with him, he tells me how a warmer, drier climate is changing even this intact rainforest. And if leaders don't believe it, that's because they live far away in comfortable cities. If that's the case, what, I ask him, does he think of Donald Trump? He says he's never heard of him. Unlike the US president, Kayapos leaders will be attending the climate summit, where the new fund could help reverse the economics of deforestation for cattle and crops and prioritise carbon-absorbing forests instead. Putting a monetary value on their land may test the unity of indigenous people, but having met these Kayapos, it seems their forest has always come first and always will. Tom Clark, Sky News, Brazil.